What's going on, guys? Aarava here, and welcome back to my F1 2017 mod career mode as Kimi Raikkonen in his Ferrari car. We're back here with episode number 3 today from the Bahrain Grand Prix. If you did miss episode number 2, that was uploaded last week at the Chinese Grand Prix. Obviously, do go check that out before you see that one. That race was a cracker. Obviously, the real-life Grand Prix at Bahrain was a pretty damn tasty one, so hopefully we can have an equally good one here in the mod career mode. But qualifying didn't go so well for me, actually. Bahrain, a little bit tricky in this Ferrari, and I completely did not match my teammate Vettel, and only qualified down in a lowly P11, so we have a lot of work to do at the very start of this Grand Prix to catch up. I'm confident we can, because the car itself is going to be pretty damn solid. Just messed up a little bit in qualifying, but I think we can make that up. So let's go straight away to 5 red lights to the Bahrain Grand Prix, third round of the season. 5 red lights are out, and we're underway. It's a pretty decent start from us, but equally good one from Grosjean up ahead, and Palmer. Massa gets bogged down there. The same with Stroll. Can we have a look around the outside? We're actually going to go down the inside of Palmer and Massa. So a bit of a sandwich here, trying to navigate ourselves. You've got also Verstappen going side by side with Lance Stroll. Grosjean just behind them. We had to brake check ourselves a little bit, not to hit the back of Grosjean. But here we go. Oh, there's been some contact between Stroll and Verstappen. We're going to dive down the inside of both of them, and we're going to get a triple overtake made. But Verstappen now come back at us as we've gone wide through the next part of the corner. So it's going to be a double overtake instead. But that was very, very close. And we go around the outside and down the inside of Verstappen into the S section, and we have got it eventually. So we've made 3 positions up there in Sector 1 at the beginning of Sector 2. Awesome stuff. So now we move on to lap 3 now. It's taken us a little bit of a while to catch up to this train of Nico Hülkenberg, but awesome to see the top 6 so close together. Vettel at the moment, our teammate, out in the lead of the Grand Prix, still getting away from the Mercedes car, so that's good to see. But we're down the inside of Nico Hülkenberg, and that's a pretty damn easy move for us. Just squeeze him out on the exit, and pretty easy, and just keep the momentum going into the next sector. Now we can chase after the second Red Bull car of Daniel Ricciardo. You can see the top 5 very close together, all in the same straight. Vettel sets fast after the Grand Prix, then I do. So you can see the Ferrari does have the pace. So we're just making up for the poor kind of job we did in qualifying. We go down the inside with DRS, but we've locked up on the front right. So Ricciardo will come back at us into turn 2. We go side by side yet again, where there's been some contact made on our front left tyre to his front right. So we go down towards the next braking zone. It's going to be a tricky one to do. We're going to have to try and squeeze Ricciardo out into the right-hander. There we go. We're going to try and go wide as we can, but we leave him enough room. And crucially, Ricciardo is going to put up a fight and really stick out for his position in P4 here. Can we do a switch back into the next section towards the hairpin? We get the traction, but Ricciardo, yet again, brilliant on the brakes. And for now, he's going to keep ahead in P4, but he gets on the curbing, loses the back end. So again, we have another look around the outside into the most tricky part of the lap, really. This very tricky brake zone, very easy to lock up, but we've not made it work. So we're going to have to stick behind in P5. We're going to have to use this straight maybe to close up on Ricciardo. Can we make him move down the inside? No, we can't. We're going to have to stick behind him. And so for now, Ricciardo is really being a thorn in our progress as Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. But here we go. Finally, now with DRS, we get completely by him now. And now we can calm down. But that was a very, very annoying part of the Grand Prix for me, trying to get past Ricciardo. And to my surprise, he really put up a great, excellent fight there for P4. But finally, we have got it. And so now, a few laps later, lap 6 it will be, towards the end, into Sector 3 of lap 6. We finally start to catch up to the top 4 fight here. So we've got now, at the moment, it's Lewis Hamilton from Sebastian Vettel Bottas. So Hamilton's been able to overtake my teammate Vettel, who was initially leading this Grand Prix. But you remember, he just set the fast lap of the Grand Prix 2 laps ago. So he was on it like a car bonnet. So he's now coming to the pits with my teammate Vettel. So both of them fighting out for P1. And we're fighting for P3 at the moment with Valtteri Bottas. We're up into P2, obviously, now, as those two made their pit stops. But me and Bottas can continue on for at least one more lap. And you can see I definitely have closed up in the brake zone into turn 1 there. So can we try and make an overtake on Valtteri? But he may be coming in, and I think I might follow him. So on to lap 7, on to lap 8 actually, as we come across the line. We're actually going to continue on. You can see last minute I ducked out of the pit lane. I thought I definitely was going to cover him off, but then I thought, no, we'll go for the clean air. And that's exactly what we do. So at the end of lap 8 now, this is when we're going to come in. So now I've used that clean air. Just like we saw in episode 1 and episode 2, the clean air is so powerful here in this mod. So I thought, you know what, let's do it again. Let's try it again. Third time lucky again. Surely it's going to work. So good pit stop from Ferrari. I think that was a 1.8 pit stop there from the gang. So really good stuff from my mechanics. So now as we come down the pit lane, we're just going to have to look on the right-hand side as the camera pans to the pit straight. Where is the Mercedes car? That's a McLaren of Alonso. There is Hamilton, and crucially, just behind us is Sebastian Vettel and Bottas and a Williams car. So we're up into what will be a net P2 at the moment behind Lewis Hamilton. So it'll be Hamilton, myself, Vettel, then Bottas. So that clean air has worked an absolute treat. So can we try and now fight for P1 against Hamilton? He'll have to pass Fernando Alonso, and I will as well. So into turn 1 of lap 10, Hamilton's just got ahead of Fernando Alonso in the McLaren. He's on the soft tyre, so he's trying to take this as far as he can in his, power-stricken McLaren Honda. So can we try and overtake him as easily as Hamilton has? Because we are going to lose some time if we don't. Into the next sector, you can see, Alonso parking the car on the apex there, on the exit of the corner, and so we're going to actually lose some time here. And you can see in the distance, Hamilton already getting away from us. This is actually hampering us so much now. So we really need to get past Alonso. This is actually going to be just as annoying as Ricciardo was, really. So into the next section, can we hopefully get it? We'll have DRS, so we should be able to get it. You would like to think so. Honda v Ferrari power. So here we go. DRS, up the gears. We're going to go. We're in a lean mix at the moment, though, because actually we need to try and save fuel. Because this, again, just like China, if you watched the Chinese Grand Prix episode, again, fuel is really crucial in this mod, because the fuel, because the physics mod in this mod speeds up the car, speeds up how the throttle's used, how the power is used. It means that the fuel levels in this game now are a little bit low for what the mod is demanding of the car. So constantly I'm burning so much fuel, even in standard mixture. Rich mixture is just so bad. Like, rich mixture just burns fuel at like the rate of knots. You lose about 0.5 of fuel just down a straight. So pretty much for the entire race, I'm fuel managing the car, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it means there is some fuel management to do. As you can see, we've gone down the inside of Hamilton. We're trying to make the move, but he's done well to defend. Can we come back at him? But yeah, usually you don't have to do too much fuel management in this game, but the mod makes it so I do have to fuel manage constantly throughout the race. But here we go, down the inside of Hamilton, and we have made a pretty easy pass. But will Hamilton come back at us? I think he will. We've gone deep into the corner, so Hamilton will come back at us side by side into the S section. He makes it through, but we're going to stick it down the inside and get the better line through the S sections. For now, we're up into P1, but Hamilton will come back at us round the outside. We've locked up, and he's going to have a look, but it's no use for now. So that was very, very close. But as I said, for now, we've got P1. But on to the next lap, lap 14. He'll have DRS back on us. And also our teammate, Sebastian Vettel, is coming down the straight. We're going to have to try and defend to Hamilton. We go very aggressive, push him into the inside line of that corner. And that will allow, crucially, our teammate to come through round the outside. Beautiful move for Sebastian Vettel. And he's up into P2. So that was very tactical from me. I pushed Hamilton, forced him onto the inside line, really hampered his line into turn 1. And that allowed Vettel to get up into P2. Because I'm not only thinking about myself, I'm thinking about the team player here, team tactics. And so now, because of that, my work into turn 1, it means Vettel's up into P2. And now it's a 1-2 for Scuderia Ferrari. Brilliant stuff, just like it was at the Chinese Grand Prix. But now onto lap 15, Vettel's going to have DRS. And obviously, because it's my teammate, I'm not going to put up too much of a fight. So he's going to sail by. We're going to tuck in behind him, because obviously on the very next lap, we'll have DRS, hopefully. You would hope if we can stick behind Vettel. So not going to put up too much of a fight. And as I mentioned that, literally, as I said it, lap 16, we've got DRS back on Vettel. Haven't gained as much as Vettel did on me, so we can't actually make a move into turn 1. But can we try and feed something through into turn 2 and then towards turn 3 and 4, so we get a good exit through turn 3. Pretty good run, so up into turn 4. Can we make a move down the inside? A brilliant place to make a pass here at Bahrain. Down the inside, here we go. Dive bomb a little bit, hit the apex beautifully, but Vettel will have it on the exit. But no, we've squeezed out. We've done enough. Got the traction into the S section, into sector 2. We're up into P1. We've done that. So now onto the final corner of lap 17. You can see Sebastian Vettel still very much within 1 second of us, so he will have DRS on towards lap 18. Bottas into the pits. But here comes Vettel on the right-hand side to the inside line to make that overtake. He's going very aggressively to the inside, but surprise Sebastian, we go even deeper to the inside. Probably surprised him. He probably wasn't expecting me to come up on his right-hand side. Probably was looking to his left-hand side mirror to see where I was, but then it's surprise down the inside. Very, very close stuff with Sebastian, and this is just great to watch. And this second stint has really flown by in the Grand Prix. It's already lap 18, only 11 laps to go in this race left, so it's really, really rocketed by. And now we're going to box in this lap. Very late call to Jeff, my engineer, to come in there, so that forces Vettel's hand to go longer in the Grand Prix, but to be honest, he's on medium tyres, so he can probably do that. We're going to come in, we're going to strap on a second set of soft tyres, so unlike everyone else who have gone super soft, either medium or soft, and then go for another set of soft or medium, we're not even going to use the medium tyres. Going to completely avoid that absolute just bottle of a tyre. We're going to use 2 sets of softs here towards the end of the Grand Prix because I've got the tyre wear, I've got the grip, and I may as well use the faster tyre if I can manage it. So as we come out of the pits, we're just going to come out side by side with Lewis Hamilton, and he's actually caught me napping a little bit because Hamilton goes right around the outside of him. I actually thought it was going to be a different car coming down the pit straight because I saw Carlos Sainz's name tag on the top left on my POV, so I thought it was going to be Sainz coming around my outside, but it was actually Hamilton. I was sold a bag of lies there coming to the pits because Sainz was actually going to make his pit stop. So we go 3 wide with the Mercedes car. Oh my god, into the S section. So close with the 2 Mercs. You can see, I think that's Bottas who's still trying to hang it around the outside. Hamilton now is down to a net P4. We go side by side with Bottas, have to squeeze him out there. And yes, it is Bottas. And Bottas is actually going to make a dive bomb move down the inside. We do this switchback line on Valtteri. Can we try and go at 2 fins going at it? Tyre banging a little bit. We go up into standard mix to try and get some slipstream. He's got DRS though, because he actually crossed the line behind us into the DRS zone, so we have to kind of stick behind him, aggressively swoop into the curbing a little bit. That looks a little bit odd. But now onto lap 20, we've got DRS diving down the inside. Look at that, Sebastian Vettel is up into P1. He's actually made the clean air work for him on the medium tyres, and he's got up into P1. And so now we're fighting for P2, trying to get back into this 1-2 position with Ferrari. Here we go, round the outside of Valtteri Bottas into turn 4. He's going to keep it down the inside. We get a bit of oversteer on the exit, running a little bit wide, but we're going to have to try and squeeze Valtteri out into the S section. We've done it, and so we're back up into P2, but that was so close with both Mercedes car going 3 wide there. And yeah, the top left indicator that was the reason why I got into that predicament, because I didn't think it was going to be Hamilton going side by side with me as I came out of the pits. But anyway, on to lap 23 now. Only a few laps left in this Grand Prix, and now we close up to Vettel. You saw we set the fast up of the Grand Prix, so we've got the pace round the outside, side by side with Vettel through turn 2. Very audacious place to try and hang around the outside, but Vettel gives me the room and respect of the teammate there. So into turn 4, yet again, this has been such a corner this entire race to make moves left, right and centre with the AI. So we go side by side into the S section. We're still going to give Vettel the room, and unfortunately for me, I just lose all sense of grip and momentum there in the dirty air of Vettel, so we have to stick behind him, and it takes us to towards lap 24 to even get back into DRS with Vettel, and into turn 1. We're just not there. And so we have to close up to him, maybe have a look. He's actually caught napping. I've caught Vettel napping into turn 2. He goes slowly, we lose momentum, and Bottas is going to come now on our inside. We're going to make it maybe potentially 3 wide into turn 4. Here we go. Bottas makes a dive bomb. It leaves me hanging out to dry. We have to defend from Bottas, and so we lose time to Vettel once more, trying to fend off Bottas. You can see behind us, absolute ding-dong battle between Hamilton and the 2 Red Bulls in a full opposite lock in 6th gear. Amazing stuff to watch. And so on to lap 26, we come back at Sebastian. Come on, let's go for it. Down the inside, a little bit wide, locking up on the front right. Vettel may swing back on us, but no, we've got it actually. We've done enough. We've parked on the apex, but we go slowly through turn 2, that means. So Vettel will have a better run into turn 4. Will he make the move? Yes, he will. Down the inside, we're going to brake and give him the room. Go a little bit wide. We're going to try and get better traction, though, on the exit. Get on the curbing a little bit. We're still just about got our nose in. We're going to brake a little bit later. Try and hang it down the inside. A little bit of contact there. That's fine. A little bit argy-bargy. Getting the shoulders out. Getting them wide. And we try and hang it around the outside of the hairpin now. Can we get this? We're trying to keep the room to Sebastian, obviously, because we want to still make this a 1-2 for Ferrari if I can. But we're going to try and make a dive bomb. Lock up on the left tyre into this next section. Open DRS. And we're going to try and plant the power off that corner. Vettel's going to have the slipstream, though. And that means actually Bottas is going to try and make a move down the inside. We cover off Bottas because I'm trying to literally play it tactical to try and make this 1-2 still possible. So in doing so, I let Sebastian right back through, but we swing round very aggressively on the curbing and make that move back into first place. So this is all getting a bit like a yo-yo effect with the DRS. We're constantly just swapping positions, me and Sebastian, and even the Mercedes cars, because we go on to lap 27, Vettel on the left-hand side, Bottas on the left-hand side. It's like passing on the motorway, for goodness sake. We slot into the slot 3, and then Hamilton makes a dive on the inside for P3. We try and just feed this through into turn 2 brilliantly, back up into P2. We've done well there because Bottas was cleanly ahead of us, but he just kind of under pressure just didn't didn't see me coming through turn 2. And now you can see we bang the gearbox of Sebastian on lap 28 as we close back up and try and fight for this win. At the moment, beautiful to see. Still a 1-2 with Ferrari. We dive down the inside. Such a last-minute decision there from me, but I saw Vettel going a little bit wide. Caught him napping a little bit once again. And so can we make the switchback move? Oh, it's too much to handle. It's absolutely glorious. What a switchback move that was. And we're back up into P1. This has been an absolute crazy race. Vettel comes back at us on the right-hand side. Down the inside, we're going to try and keep it. We have to squeeze out Valtteri Bottas now. But Vettel's got back up into P1. But can we swing around as we go towards Sector 3? We'll make the move down the inside. So close. Not making contact though with Sebastian. A little bit of oversteer on the exit for good measure. But you can see, look at that. The top 6 within 2 seconds. It's absolutely glorious. Here we go. Down the inside into the final corner towards the final lap of this Grand Prix. And we're still in P2. Vettel just about hanging on to P1. Here we go. Wide open DRS. Last chance really on this straight. Valtteri Bottas will also come through. We make it 3 wide down into turn 1. On the last lap of the Grand Prix, we send Valtteri down the inside very aggressively. Dive bomb ourselves really. Kind of break as late as we dare. And we've made it work as we come out in P1. And Vettel's in P2. You can see Hamilton makes an overtake for P3 in the last lap of the Grand Prix. So now it's myself, Vettel, then Lewis Hamilton. We still have to defend from Vettel because he actually hangs it around the outside. We squeeze him out though on the exit, and that will surely be it because now it's ourselves, Vettel from Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, and now into the final corner of the last lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix. That's going to end out. What a stunning race. What a hectic one. That was an absolute stunner. First place there, 1-2 for Ferrari. But what action there. The top 6, we had myself, Vettel, Hamilton, Bottas, 2 Red Bulls of Verstappen, Ricciardo, and then I think it might have been Lance Stroll. Just crazy stuff, all within 1 straight. That is unbelievable. And what that means for the championship is we extend our lead in the Drivers' Championship to 68 points to Vettel's 49. You can see Bottas in 3rd, Verstappen still holding on to 4th, Hamilton now finally moves up into 5th place. Obviously, he had that engine failure in round 1, so he's caught up a little bit, overtaking Lance Stroll, who did get that initial podium in P6. Ricciardo in P7. Alonso slips down to P10 after Hülkenberg goes and scores some good points for Renault, as well as Grosjean in the Haas car. And the constructors, well, it's all Scuderia Ferrari, 117 points already across the line for 100 points. Mercedes in 2nd, Red Bull 3rd, Williams 4th, Renault, brilliant 5th place for them with 16 points. But that has been an absolute excellent round 3 of the 2017 mod career mode. Guys, if you have enjoyed it, smash that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. New around here, and do subscribe for weekly 4-1 content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.